What's up, guys? We are doing our nighttime stream here, and that's right, we have music. We have music now. I'm using this little website called Pretzel, app.pretzel.rocks. It's all royalty-free music, so no copyright strikes, which was why I stopped using a lot of those players in the past, but first time trying out this one, so we'll see how it works out. I actually don't know how good it is with the YouTube, but in the past, I've gotten a lot of complaints from the YouTube.com. So we'll see how we do here. We're continuing to work on Anton Sokolov from Dishonored 2, but we're trying to get a little bit closer to the concept art, the original concept art that you can see there in the top left. So I'm going to be working on that and sculpting away. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to throw them up in the chat and just come hang out. And I'm going to get to work on this dude here. And my voice is kind of dead after, I feel like I've talked all day, so I'm tired. So maybe I won't answer your questions. Maybe I'll just ignore you and sculpt and chill, listen to some music. Feel free to come hang out though, as I try to make this neck less shitty. As I try to make this entire character less shitty. We'll see how that goes. Oh, and let me know if the music is super loud or anything like that, because I spent a minute trying to test levels and audio and all of that, and I think I got it at a good place, but what's good on my end isn't always necessarily good on your end. So let me know if you guys can hear me, and also make sure the music isn't going over top of me so you guys can hear what I'm saying. It's always a pain to try to get a balance between all that stuff. Anton Sokolov. I don't know if any of you guys have played Dishonored 2. I haven't finished it yet, but it's pretty awesome. I bought it because the winter sale was going on for Steam. Not normally one to really buy games too often anymore, but I played the first one previously, and I remember it being a really fun game. I was like, ooh, let's try this one. Let's try this one next, huh? Dishonored 2. There's a lot of stuff that needs to happen in the face. A lot of stuff that needs to change. I really don't want to even look at the neck right now, just because it's more distracting than anything. It gets in the way. I'm just adding a fake little reflection in there, just really quick, so that I can keep my light in the same upward position. I really want to keep it up top for now. I might move it later, depending on a bunch of other stuff. We'll see. Normally, I find myself sculpting over here on the right side of the face a lot more, but just because of the angle of view here, I've been sculpting on the left quite a lot more than I normally do, which is a good thing for many reasons. But one, just to get me to sculpt over there more. Something I need to do more so that when it comes time to add asymmetry, I'm used to sculpting over there. This transitional effect is partially what I was trying to get there with this piece of geometry under the chin, but this is working a lot better. Plus I don't have to dynamesh the piece in if I do it this way. But I most likely will dynamesh this piece still into the neck and then work on transitioning that form. This guy's beard is insane, but I love it. If I can block this shape out, at least for now, I think that'll be very helpful for us. think that's fine for now, and I'll adjust that with my move brush here shortly. So I'm just going to perform an extraction here and adjust that mesh. And there's some garbage we want to get rid of course. Our mouth bag, probably being one of those. Katie. Hey, Folly, how's things? Pretty good, just hanging out. Listening to some music, chilling, and working on Anton Sokolov from Dishonored 2 over here. How are you? Thanks for stopping in, saying hi. Just doing a little bit of a late night stream. Not too many of those around. got some bad geometry happening there, giving us some holes. Not what we want or need. Honestly, what I would like to do here is fill all of that in the middle. And I can do that relatively easily. Play around here. Start filling in a bunch of the garbage. Making plans for next year? What kind of plans? I hope some 3D plans. Those are the best kind of plans. Third and second practice schedule and looking at hardware upgrades. Hardware upgrades are always fun. 3D and 2D, not third and second, sorry. 3D and 2D practice schedule. Schedules are very helpful, absolutely. And hardware upgrades are always helpful and fun. Well, maybe not always helpful, but always fun. Maybe not so fun to install, but I like building computers though. Every desktop machine that I've ever owned, I've built. My dad helped me build my first, and ever since then I've been making my own. But yeah, I don't know. My dad was really into building computers, and it's really not that hard. It's changed a lot from how you do it. Back then it was a lot different. But yeah, I don't know. Right now I don't feel like I need to upgrade anything in my machine. Can do everything that I need. Any more upgrades right now would be incredibly diminishing returns. That's not fun. Anton Sokolov, where did your ears go? Looking at upgrading to the Cintiq 24 Pro after it launches. I'm also looking at Threadripper, which I'm not familiar with, but upgrading Cintiqs is always fun. Getting a big boy Cintiq. I'm a fan, obviously. Ooh, let's turn that down a little bit. This form here needs to follow his jawline a little bit better. And follow the depression of his cheek as well. A lot of big proportional things we're gonna have to do here, but we got time. Again, I'm gonna use those MAG hair clump and hair detail brushes that I did a tutorial on this morning. If you guys haven't seen that, check that out. It's a really nice, just quick and easy way for working with hair. And that's what I'm going to be using, hopefully, here for all this detail. But that'll be a little bit farther down the road from where we are currently. But I am glad that we did this just so we can visualize what this hair is going to look like and what it needs to look like. And it also allows us to reference the head against this block out of hair that we are creating. Which is all very helpful. Anubis says, at 2 in the morning. What? Not 2 in the morning for me. Just for you. And probably a few others. Probably more than a few others. But what are you doing up at 2 in the morning? Go to sleep. Get your sleep on. Alright, let's pretend that we're happy with the blocked out form that we've created. We can go back to the face. My time is roughly 8:30 p.m. The only reason I'm yawning is because I didn't sleep too well last night and I just got back from the gymnasium. So it's 8 p.m., which is like, might as well just be my bedtime now. Not quite, thankfully. I'm surprised I haven't subdivided those eyelids yet. Like, very surprised. It's unbelievable. But it's true. Believe it. Naruto style. It is 1:16 a.m. for Katie. Yeah, you guys are ahead of me. Most definitely. You both need to go get some sleep. You guys need to stop staying up so late. Sleep's important. A lot of just crazy forms happening in this face, and capturing them is not going to be easy, which is why I'm trying to take my time with some of this stuff, as I don't want, I'm trying to stay away from noodling as much as possible. If you don't know what noodling is, it's essentially the act of kind of just playing around with your painting or your sketch or your sculpt, whatever you're doing, without really making any progress. So I'm trying to avoid unnecessary brush strokes as much as I can here. Ooh, that's fun. Some fun geometry. First entrance door open. Burglars always target this house. I don't know what you're talking about, but it doesn't sound good. Sounds like it's time to go close some doors. Why can't you live in a condominium? I don't know. Why can't you? Living in a shittier place is better. I don't know why that is. You'll have to explain your living arrangement. I need to shorten this distance. Burglars came in through your bathroom window. A big house that is actually small. I don't get that one. Ah, house cut into, I guess, 3 different, it sounds like 3 different little mini apartments for different families or different places to live. We have those around here too. Let me find the technical term. Yeah, I need to shrink and squash that in. I'll do that here in a sec. I'll just transpose it down and squash it. I'm just trying to look for some general marks here that we can make to get us going in the right direction before we start doing any of this. These big wrinkles. Let's block out where they're actually going to be. Even with symmetry on, it's fine. for a lot of this. I'll do that asymmetrically. Yeah, let's remesh this top face piece. And then modify that distance between the nose and the upper lip. Those wrinkles are strong, blocking out, exaggeration, and then pulling them back later. You'll see how it'll work out. A bungalow, but it has 3 entrances for 3 different inhabitants. Yep, I understand what you're talking about. It's pretty much just a house that's repurposed into an apartment. Bungalow. I always thought a bungalow was just like a rich person's estate. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Come on back to my bungalow. Oh man, my throat does not feel great. To me, bungalow sounds like a house made of sticks. I guess we have 2 very different interpretations of bungalow. I don't know, bungalow just always sounded fancy to me. Like, I don't know. Bungalow. The meaning of the word bungalow varies internationally. Like, when somebody says bungalow, this is what I picture. Or like this guy. But these look like looks like a normal house. I mean, they're nice, but I don't know. But this is a bungalow. Nah, this is a bungalow. It doesn't matter. Sticks on some roofs? Yeah, you got me there. Stream health, red. Oh no, well, that's not good. Hopefully it'll sync back up here in a sec. Get back in bed. Yes, that's a good idea. See the stream from the phone? No, don't do that. Just go to sleep. What'd you say? It was like 2:30 in the morning? I'd be way past sleep time for me. I feel like I'm really close to getting this to be where I want it. It's just the form is it's tough. I don't know what this music is, but let's go to the next song. Anti-Gravity. How about anti-listen to it? Alright, so I flipped my light around just to make it easier for me to see. It can be helpful. Oh, man. Well, we've made a lot of changes. We've made a lot of progress in the past hour-ish or so. Mostly that's because I've been not talking like I normally do. And we've done our thing. As you know, the night gets closer. You sink lower in your chair as it gets later. I'm gonna turn on my candle. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna light my candle. Need some vanilla frosting up in here. Get those mental gears a-turning. Anubis says I arrived too late. Or Anubis says, that's not Anubis. Anubis said, well, I hear no more activities. I go back to bed. Melubnio says, damn, I arrived too late. You did not arrive too late. You arrived just in time to hang out in ZBrush. If you want to see anything that you missed, it all goes up on my YouTube channel, so no worries. You haven't missed anything. Everything from the stream goes up on YouTube roughly like an hour after it's been streamed. So this morning's stream is up on there now, which is the beginning process of this character, and the stream that we're about an hour and 6 minutes into at this point is also going to be up on my YouTube channel once I'm done here for the night. But glad to have you with us, popping in. You are not too late. No worries there. You're right on time. I'm, right now, for people that are kind of just popping in and whatever, just kind of trying to play with form and get this guy where I want him to go. But it's taken a lot of work, which is to be expected for this style of character. The quality bar that I want to achieve here, and it's a pretty high bar. And we will get there. It'll just take a long time. But we've gotten this far in not too long, so feeling good about our progress for the time being. If you look at it in just a little, like 5-minute chunks as you're sculpting, it can be pretty tough, just because you get down about what you're working on and you feel like you're not making much progress, but you just gotta kind of take it slow and take your time with it. 3D takes 10 times as long as 2D. And the sooner you understand that, the better you'll be able to sculpt. Because you won't really be too worried about being in such a rush. And that's not true. I mean, there's tons of people out there that are much, much faster than me. I'm sure there are people that can sculpt this in like 15 minutes, but I am not one of them. Yes, I did want to merge this into that lower jaw. Should do that now before I forget. Not quite. Not quite that much though. Need to smooth out that transition a lot. Just try to merge some stuff back together here soon. I think I have my upper lip too thick. I have both my lips too thick. Try to add some, or sorry, remove some volume from those. The eyes look so realistic. Is there a trick to coloring them like you did? Thank you. I don't think they look extremely realistic, but I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Is there a trick? Yeah, I have a tutorial on how you can color them this way. They're not really colored. I just threw on, well, here. Go to my YouTube channel, go to playlists, go to tutorials, and let's see here. I just saw it. How to paint eyes tutorial. And essentially, it'll teach you how to add in the correct sphere so that your pole is facing the correct way, how to do a quick little mask, apply the basic color that you need to. So for this tutorial, it'll even go into adding some poly paint in there. Unlike on mine, it's just black. And then after that, adding in your pupil, adding in shadow and shading to the eye. And the shadow on top so that you can get some more realistic colored eyes. And it goes over that pretty quickly. So how to paint eyes, ZBrush tutorial, Follygon, or go to my playlist and go to my tutorials to check out that. This is pretty much the same thing, I just haven't colored them yet. I just threw on a quick little white spot there so it fakes a little farkle, a little eye farkle. Just an eye reflection. But thank you. Thank you all the same. Thanks a bunch. Heck yeah. Do I just say F it and merge my lips? Dynamesh them together. Do we do it? Meant to subtract form from that bottom lip. I just kind of added more. I want to flatten these a little bit too. There's too much roundness. Jutting out too far compared to that lower lip. I hate dynameshing stuff like that together because you lose that really nice, clean separation that you would normally get there. So let's try this. Got our old man bacon neck going on. We'll have to do a bunch of stuff here. Some lag going on. Dynamic accidentally got flipped there. Do not want that on. I'm gonna up my Dynamesh resolution. And I guess I'm okay with that. His face looks like dirt. We need to make it better. I'm just kind of merging in all these neck pieces now and start playing with these. Can you do some torso anatomy tutorials someday? Asks Geralt Rivia. Yeah, absolutely. Someday we can. If you're looking for a nice base mesh though to play around with, head on over to my Gumroad page, gumroad.com/Follygon, and you can grab this base mesh here. This is the one that I use for most of my stuff. It won't load. Run Flash, please. Huh. That's weird. Some of those images were loading. Just not... Very odd. Well, yes, head on over to my Gumroad page and grab this female base mesh, if that's something that interests you, something that you're looking for. I don't know why in the world it's not loading. There we go. Female base mesh. We got one of the images to load. I use that, there we go. I use this for a lot of stuff, and it has some decent torso anatomy, as well as a split version where the parts are split up. So you can, if I can bigamize that, which I can't. Gumroad's website is trash, and it has been for a long time. But yes, check out that base mesh if that's something that interests you. I use that, like I said, all the time for starting out characters, just as a good way to give you a head start, or if you're looking to create your own. I think that's a good place to at least get an idea of maybe what you're aiming for. Can you use it for your models as well? Yes, absolutely. That's what I made it for. You may absolutely use it for your models. But if you're not going to change it at all, or if it's very easily recognizable, feel like haven't made enough changes to it, just when necessary, give credit where it's due. That's what I always say. If you feel like credit needs to be given, then do so. But yes, absolutely, please do use it. That's why it exists. All this is going to be covered by beard. Doesn't even matter. Plus he's a wrinkly old man. He's not going to have a super strong jawline either way. ZBrush, you're so slow. Ah, that is why you were so slow. I actually like that for part of this. Let's do that. I had keep groups turned on, which is why that took so long to calculate, and I'm gonna do it again just so I can get those nice polygroups between the jaw, the upper and lower lip. That's always extremely helpful. You can see there we have 3 polygroups separated pretty well here from ZRemesher. Do one more projection just to make sure you can get all that information in there. Why using polygroups? Because polygroups allow you to make really easy selections. Wait for this to finish projecting, and I'll show you. Polygroups also, when you have keep groups turned on with ZRemesher, will help separate different sections of your sculpt. So, looking here, I have some subdivs now that I can step up and down through, but I also have these nice polygroup separations. So if, let's say, I want to work on the lower jaw, I can quickly control-click on this with my transpose tool and mask out everything else other than this lower jaw. And now I can work on it very easily. I could manually mask this, but that takes a long time to do. And it gets really repetitive. This way, it's nice and simple to do it over and over again. Also with this, my geometry flow is pertaining to my polygroups. So I get this nice shape following down here. So also helpful for that. Understood. Wakaru? Wakarimasu ka? When you're working like this, don't forget, save multiple Z tools out as you're progressing and kind of step up those names. What I typically do is I'll save, like, what's this guy's name? Anton Sokolov? Whatever his name is. I'll save like version 1 and version 2 and 3 and 4 and step up through those, or like 1A, 1B, 1C, that kind of thing. Just so I can, for any reason I need to step back, I can do so relatively easy. Won't Forget You is the name of that song, and yes, we will, because we're giving that a down thumb and going to the next one. Changing your material, moving your light around can be very helpful. I recommend that you do that often. I don't know why my stream health is red right now, but that's not good. Not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Seems to happen just randomly. If anybody has any ideas on how to fix that in OBS, do let me know. How many years do you have in 3D modeling? Been using ZBrush for going on 4 years now. And I did a little bit of box modeling before that. Very little stuff. Nothing really like this. It's not a personal question. I don't care. Let's see. 1 second here. See, and now the stream health is green. It's like perfect. Like I said, it's random. I don't know what causes that. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. So yeah, Yeah, that's correct. Going on 4 years using ZBrush. Sorry, I had to check to make sure that that was correct. Didn't want to lie to you. But yeah, I was doing like little, really derpy things in Maya. Maybe like a year before that. But just like little physics sims and some crappy box modeling stuff. Really nothing to write home about. Nothing that I would want to write home about. That's for sure. Perfect live stream for me. Yeah, I'm normally a lot more talkative in the mornings. There's not too many people here asking questions or anything. So just kind of give my throat, my voice some rest and let that chill out while I do some more sculpting on Sokolov here. Sokolov. Dude, this guy's name, I don't know why I can't remember it. It's like Sokolov. Sokolov. It's not Sokolov. Sokolov. I released a tutorial earlier this morning going over these two brushes here. It's a little bit of a new way to sculpt hair. It's just a simpler way. Definitely check out that tutorial if you have not already. Alright. Sokolov. What do we want to do to you next? Christos says, hey, are you going to sculpt the beard or use fiber mesh? We are going to use the method that I actually just mentioned. You might have missed it if you were just popping in here. But the MAG hair clump and hair detail brush, which I went over in a tutorial this morning. I have a little blocked out piece of geometry here for the beard, which we have not really messed with in a little bit. Could stand to use some tweaking just to get an idea of what the face is going to look like after we add that volume in there. So that little block out sits there. But yes, the tutorial that I went over this morning, again, detailing the Meg hair clump and hair detail brushes is what I will be using for the hair. So I will be sculpting it. It will be sculptural and not fiber mesh. It's similar technique, a similar technique to where's my lazy mouse? There we go. Similar technique to my curve tube snap, so just inserting tubes for hair and modifying that geometry. So similar technique, ever so slightly different, but check out those brushes and definitely support the artist on Gumroad. Don't be that guy that's just like, someone else will give this artist a couple bucks for their free contribution. Be the guy who's like, yeah, thank you for this. Here's a couple of dollars. Thank you, thank you. I think they're pretty cool brushes myself. But they are not my brushes, I should say. Which is why I'm saying support the artist. If I made them, I would never say support me. That would feel super douchey. I might say, support me if you want, or if you can. But I would never say, support the artist. But for any other artist, I am very comfortable and fine saying, freaking support that artist. Do it. Don't be a douche. Oh. Our eyes are in a different position, so that's not really a fair assessment. This is closer. These are the changes that we have made over this session. Let's do this. Let's make sure that we haven't lost anything from our silhouette that we really want to keep. Definitely not. But I think I need to get this line in here better. I'm just not sure how to do that. Check the rest tomorrow because it's 5 a.m. here. I don't know why everybody who keeps popping in here is like, hey, it's 3 a.m., it's 5 a.m. What? I don't know what the hell you people are doing, but go get some sleep. Absolutely. You guys are so funny. Yes, go get some sleep and check out the rest tomorrow. It'll be up on my YouTube channel. But thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the answer, you say. You're very welcome. More power and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well, Geralt. Thank you very much. That's very nice. My Google search history is pretty much that of a serial killer, I feel like. Anybody who... Old man, back of head, bald. It's like the weirdest Google searches. Naked woman, 250 pounds, sitting cross-legged. Like, what are these Google searches? At least that's what I feel like. I feel like my music is Egyptian demon summoning music or something. Sass effect by Big Giant Circles. Let's try it. We're definitely getting there. We're definitely a lot more there than when we started this stream. And that's a good place to be. $3 a.m. here, yeah. Thing I wanted to ask, what graphic tablet do you use? My graphics tablet is a, it's a Cintiq. It's a 27, I think it's the 27-inch Cintiq. Let's see here. It is the 27Q HD. I used to use a Cintiq Companion Hybrid, which was the 13-inch Cintiq, and then when you unplugged it, it was an Android tablet. I loved that thing for a long time, but I sold that and used part of that money to get this Cintiq. And before that, I was using just a shitty old Wacom Bamboo tablet. But hey, whatever works. I think the Intuos tablets are pretty good. I like those a lot. I just like my Cintiq more. Yeah, if you want to know about actually any of my tools or equipment that I use, if you scroll down in the description below, there's a link that says My Gear. But then right below that, there's one that says My Tablet, and there's a link to that. And then a couple books I recommend, as well as some anatomy figures I have on my desk. And of course, you know, my Contigo, most important tool. But then there's a bunch of other gear that I have linked in there. I should actually update that because I just got a new webcam that I'm using, which is way better than my last one. I love this camera. The quality's a lot higher. The frame rate's a lot more, a lot less laggy. Like randomly it would lag on the other one. And I also got some lights, some new lights to brighten up the room. And I can show those off real quick. We got one light up here. And another one over there. I got a few more lights, but I don't have them all on right now. It gets a little bright in here, a little crazy. And the exposure on this camera is just way, way better. Like I said, make sure that that auto adjusts back to where it needs to be. I think we're good. But yeah, I don't know with this guy. I think I'm done working on him for the night. It's getting pretty late here. And I don't know. I might go into making the hair tomorrow morning, but we'll stream tomorrow in the morning earlier and try to get in a second stream tomorrow night. But yeah, I think this is a good place to cut it, as I haven't been doing too many changes to him over the past, I don't know, so many minutes. So let's save this guy out. And Anton Sokolov #2. Stream #2, working on this guy. Haven't done too much to him still. We still got a long ways to go. But I hope this has been helpful for some of you guys. And useful. All the stuff that we've been able to play around with here. But yeah, again, that's I think a pretty good place to stop. Thanks for coming in and chatting, hanging out, and all that. It's always nice to, you know, not be completely alone while I work and have some people to talk to. But again, tomorrow morning we'll be doing some streaming, so come hang out. Pop in, say hi if you're around, and you can't stick around, but it's always nice to just get a hello. But yeah, until next time, next video, next stream, whatever, hope to see you guys there, and hope to talk to you in the next stream. So see you guys, and have a great night, or morning, or whatever, wherever you are. Alright, see you guys.